Hello and welcome. This week we have the message brought to us by John Shepherd, who gives us a grounding introduction to the book of Romans, and then delves into chapter 1 and Paul's assertion that Jesus is the true Lord. Carry on listening, and we hope you enjoy it. God bless. See you next time.
So imagine a small rebel group, right? And they are hacking into the massive, glowing billboards of a global empire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, using the empire's exact slogans to announce a totally different king. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are exploring notes from a truly fascinating text, Romans chapter 1.
It's quite the document.
It really is. Our mission today is to uncover how this ancient text actually functioned as a politically incorrect manifesto. And we want to decode its central tension between faith and rules.
Right. And to really get that, you have to look at the language. Paul, the author, uses two specific Greek words right out of the gate.
Okay.
He uses evangelion, meaning good news, and theo, meaning God. And the thing is, he didn't just invent these terms.
Right. He hijacked them.
Exactly. He hijacked them straight from Roman monuments that were literally carved in stone. These monuments declared the Emperor Caesar Augustus as a son of God and a savior.
Which is wild because Caesar Augustus actually changed the calendar so the new year started on his birthday.
He did, yeah.
Those monuments proclaimed his birth was the beginning of the evangelion, like the good news for the whole world.
Right.
So when Paul opens his letter using those exact same phrases to talk about Jesus, he is directly challenging the ultimate authority of his day.
Yeah, it was straight up countercultural treason.
Okay, let's unpack this. It's like a rebel group using the empire's own propaganda against them. I mean, if Caesar was the mandated savior, how dangerous was it for Paul to boldly claim Jesus was the actual Lord?
Well, what's fascinating here is that to say someone else was the son of God was essentially a capital offense. It was incredibly dangerous.
I bet.
But Paul makes this highly specific logical argument. He points out that Caesar Augustus was merely the adopted son of Julius Caesar.
Placed there for political reasons.
Exactly, just a political maneuver. And, crucially, Augustus was mortal. He was going to die and, stay dead.
Right.
But Paul argues that Jesus' resurrection publicly proved he was the real Son of God.
Because the resurrection was the ultimate proof.
Right, unlike Caesar, who was destined to stay dead.
So, because Paul radically flips the script on who is the true Lord, he also flips the scripts on how we are supposed to follow him. Which brings us to his confusing phrase, the obedience that comes from faith.
Yeah, that's a phrase that trips a lot of people up.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because if Paul insists we are made righteous by faith from first to last, why demand obedience?
Yeah.
Doesn't mixing faith and works ruin the engine? Like mixing petrol and diesel?
It absolutely does.
I mean, if you are constantly terrified of breaking a rule, that anxiety completely overrides the genuine love and trust faith is supposed to be built on.
Right. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it ruins the engine if you put them in the wrong order.
The wrong order?
Yeah, think about the timeline of the Exodus, which Tim Keller maps out brilliantly in our source notes. God rescued the Israelites from Egypt first. That was pure grace.
Oh, right.
It just required the faith to follow him out.
Oh.
Only after they were safe in the desert did he hand down the 10 Commandments.
So the rescue didn't depend on them following the rules first?
Not at all. Obedience is the grateful response to faith, not the prerequisite to being saved.
Wait, that makes so much sense.
You don't obey to get rescued. You obey because you were rescued.
It completely flips the motivation. Our source uses this great detail. It's like a kid who earns a good girl sticker at school, but then sticks it on her mom's shirt.
Yeah.
The mom didn't earn it, but she gets to wear it. Paul is essentially saying Jesus earns the righteousness sticker from God, but he graciously hands it over for us to wear.
Right. Or it's a lot like being handed the gold medal for a marathon you didn't run, but you still get to stand on the podium.
Wow. Yeah, I love that.
And once you are standing on that podium, your perspective shifts entirely. The source has this really powerful image of a Paralympic blind runner.
Okay.
To sprint down a track at full speed without seeing where they're going, they have to hold firmly onto the hand of their guide.
Running by faith, not by sight.
Exactly. They have to trust the guide completely, relying on the guide's sight rather than their own. And why should you care about this?
Right. Why does it matter today?
It challenges you to ask whether you are truly running by faith, holding onto that guide's hand.
Or if you're stubbornly trying to navigate by your own sight.
Yeah, relying on your own good deeds and frantically trying to dodge the hurdles on your own.
Wow. This deep dive reveals that the gospel wasn't just ancient theory. It was a radical declaration that holding on to faith naturally drives a transformed life.
It wasn't abstract at all.
No. And as you step back into your day, mull over this. If Paul fearlessly hijacked the political propaganda of the Roman Empire to spread his message, what modern cultural slogans or values would a letter like Romans hijack today to wake us up?